Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to replace a belt on a Honda Accord. This is a V6. Alright, first thing I'm going to tell you is, if I grab my light, if your belt is not looking so good, not looking so great and it stretches, alright, if your belt squeals in the morning, most likely you're going to need a new serpentine belt. This is a 2003 Accord, and if you have a Honda Pilot, Acura MDX, this is a 2003 model, but similar engine. Alright, as long as you have a power steering pump. Alright, the new Acuras probably don't have power steering pumps. But anyways, you see how I took this bottle out right here? This is a power steering fluid reservoir, right? You take this and you put it to the side. Alright, first thing first. Alright, I'm gonna be using this guy right here to guide my belt. So wherever I wanted to push on, this is what's gonna get my hand down there, right? I'm not gonna be lifting this car. Also, here's a part number on the belt I'm gonna be using. This is a Continental Conti Tech right there. Really good belt. Okay, so I'm gonna go get a tool. All you need is a 14mm with a socket and a ratchet. So that's what I'm gonna get. But before that, what I would suggest is, if you don't have a diagram, I will show you a picture of a diagram on my computer. But simply, this belt goes above this power steering, and then it goes around this tensioner here, goes around the crank pulley. Let me get this phone, then I'm gonna come back. Okay, they hung up on me as soon as I picked up. So this belt goes around this power steering pump, then it goes around this tensioner, then it goes around the crank pulley, and it comes back around, goes around this power steering pump, goes around this way, and it goes above this pulley right here. This is the idle pulley. Then it comes back around over the alternator, and that's how simple it is. If you want, you could draw it if you forget. Sometimes even I forget, but there it is. That's how simple it looks. And I'm gonna show you the diagram, and I'm gonna show you the tool that I'm gonna use. Very simple. Okay, so I got this ratchet with a 14mm. You can even use a wrench, but you see the angle I got right here? So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna take this and you're gonna yank it in that direction, pretty much that way, okay? And that belt is gonna, you see how it's loose? So I'm gonna set up my camera and we're gonna do it right here together. Okay, there you go. Got my camera set up. So what I'm gonna do is, try not to put your hands in there. You don't wanna get your hand caught on a belt. So you yank this, tensioner feels nice and tight. I like that. Alright, you can either take it off the power steering pump pulley right here, and you let go of this little guy right here. Let's take off the socket and the ratchet. And the belt, you know what? Let me grab my camera and you're gonna see how I pull this belt off. Very simple. Let me grab my light. So the belt is off already. So all you do is you just take it off, all the pulleys, and it comes out like a magic. The crank pulley over here is gonna be stuck a little bit, but you do have enough clearance, and it comes right out from right there. There you go. The belt has some more little cuts. It has to go. Okay, so I'm gonna set up my camera again to reroute the belt, and also we're gonna match up the belt. All right, so one thing I like to do is I like to take this new belt. All right, I like to get these angles straightened out just like that, just a little bit, just like so. Okay, and then I like to take the old belt, put it right next to it just like that, and pull it, and the belt should be the same length. You see that? It's the same length right there. All right, that's how you're gonna determine it. The belt is the same length, but I gave you a part number. If you have a V6 Accord 2003 to 2007, you're good to go with that part number. All right, we're back to under the hood of this car. So my lighting might get blocked with my arm, and I do not want to block the camera either. So what I like to do is I like to go all that on there, and from right here you can put the belt on a crank pulley. Make sure it's nice and flush all over. I like to go around this power steering pump from right here. You can yank it in there. Okay, there's several ways. You could either slide it on to the pulley here, to the alternator. It's all up to you. If you don't get one spot, you could try another spot. All right, let's use our screwdriver here. And what I like to do is get it around the AC compressor. Does take a little bit of time. But it won't go on unless you have it all smoothed out. In other words, you're gonna get it around this pulley as well. And it does go off a little bit of the AC compressor. So let me go back here with my screwdriver. That's what I'm doing. You see I got my screwdriver back there. This is a great little tool. You don't even have to have a screwdriver. You can have something long, extension. So there we have it. So what I'm gonna try here is I am gonna try to put it on the alternator. And if that doesn't work, you could try that. Make sure your belt is onto the grooves, like over here. Make sure it's nice and good everywhere on the alternator, AC. Well, we haven't got the alternator yet, but AC compressor and crank pulley. So this is where we take our tool back. And we're gonna yank this tensioner, and the belt should go on to the alternator. Very simple job. All right, before you start the car, make sure you check your belt if it's on grooves everywhere. So it's good here. Take your light back there. Crank pulley is good. AC compressor is good. Alternator is good. Everything looks good. So guys, I'm gonna give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to put your bottle back in. Let's close this up. So this is good. I'm gonna show you a diagram just about now. But before that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start up the car, and the belt should be nice and smooth. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go inside the car, I'm gonna crank it, and you can watch for yourself. There you have it. Again, subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And the belt is perfect. Make sure you check all your pulleys. Again, double check it. You're good to go. And we have a new belt on. Thank you again. Subscribe, share, and like. Bye-bye. And oh, don't forget, I'm going to show you the diagram just about now, right after I take off this camera. Here we are. So there's the diagram. Just like I showed you, belt goes around the pump, tensioner, crank, AC compressor, idler pulley, and the alternator, and it goes back up. There you have it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. If you need a diagram for any other car, send me a message. I can probably send you a picture by email, or you can always Google it up. Thank you, and bye-bye.